Hi, and welcome to your yoga class. Today we're working up to a balance pose called Virabhadrasana 3. That is Warrior 3. It helps strengthen the legs, hips, and upper back while improving posture. So I'm in a small space here, so I'm going to grab my mats and take them outside. So go ahead and set up your space, and I'll meet you on the mat. Hi, and welcome back to another outdoor yoga class. We are very lucky here in the Bay Area to have one day without rain, so I am outside and enjoying some fresh air. But wherever you are, if you are indoors, outdoors, wherever you are, find your comfortable seated position. So we'll take a few moments to soften our breath, to begin to come inward as you find your place on the mat. Inhaling deeply in, exhale. Try to breathe here. Breathe from your diaphragm. So instead of lifting in the chest, right, which is a more constricted breath, we really want to land and ground and deepen the breath. Go ahead and let your belly loose. Inhaling in and exhale. Maybe exhaling out through the mouth a few times and letting it go. Ah. Now, if you're home alone or you're home with your family, go ahead and make some noise. This practice is about you, and it's also about having some fun. So, relaxing can be fun, right? We're going to be mindful. We're going to enjoy just that we are taking this time out to take some deep breaths. Enjoy this time on our own or together. And feeling some appreciation. What is it in your environment that you feel appreciation for right now? Right now, I feel the warmth on my face, the sun on my face, on my skin. Inhale appreciation and exhale appreciation. I appreciate the seagull song that I can hear right now. Inhale appreciation and exhale appreciation. And sometimes when I hop outside to do yoga, there's not a lot of privacy because I am in a public space. So at this moment, it is peaceful and relatively quiet. So I will inhale and exhale appreciation for those things. Now go ahead and begin to bring some movement into our tall, seated position, making some circles just from the hips, the waist, right? And then if it feels comfortable in your body, make those circles larger. Starting to feel the muscles in your back, in your shoulders, feeling the spine awaken, getting your juices flowing. And going in the other direction. Taking it easy. This is just a warm up. And we want to take care of our bodies. And one of the ways that we take care is to act with mindfulness. What does my body desire in this moment? Now, I don't think I'm ready for a large, strenuous twist pose. Not yet. We will get there. Go ahead and go in the other direction again. Maybe moving a little bit faster, picking up speed, as well as movement, going in the other direction. Very nice. So sitting up tall, finding the sit bones on your mat, and just finding some stillness, resting the hands at the edge of your knees, releasing the shoulders away from the ears, maybe rocking your head, a little wobble, a little yes and no, just relaxing the head and neck, keeping the gaze gentle, soft, just in front of you. And then bringing your hands together in front of your heart in prayer pose. We'll take a few deep breaths, inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. Taking a moment to set an intention for practice today, an intention for the day. Very nice. Opening the eyes, looking directly ahead of you. Inhale both arms up and exhale, forward fold. Walking the hands back through center, inhaling both arms up, and exhale, taking the hands behind and opening up your chest here. Inhale in, slight arch in the back, and then coming through center, doing that again. Inhaling up and exhale, forward fold. Inhale up and exhale, bringing the shoulder blades together behind you. One more time. Inhale up and exhale, forward fold. Inhale through center and exhale, bringing those pinkies close together behind you. Lovely. Finding the tall seated position, rocking the head yes and no. Inhale, both arms up, and exhale, reach over to one side. Inhale through center, and exhale as you come to the other side. Inhale up, and exhale. So if you've noticed, we are syncing our breath to our movements, inhaling up and exhaling to the side. Now, also, you are welcome to do whatever feels good in your body right now. It is all yoga. At least here it is. In this class, it will be. It's all yoga. Inhale up and exhale over to one side. Lengthening those ribs. Inhaling into the stretch and exhale. Moving a little deeper, inhaling in and exhale to the opposite side. Very nice. Now we're going to take a few twists. You start off gently. We're not at our full warm up capacity yet, but a little more than what we were doing before. So inhale both arms in and exhale to your right, taking the left hand over the right knee. and completing the twist by looking over your shoulder. Very nice. Inhale up through center and exhale, twist. Inhale up through center and exhale, twist. Inhale up through center and exhale, twist. One more time on both sides. Inhale up, maybe a little pause at the top, reaching up, and exhale, twist. Let's hold here for a few moments. And just noticing what you appreciate about your environment, what you're appreciating about your body. Inhale in and exhale. Twist to the other side. Wonderful. Coming up to hands and knees, finding our tabletop. What would be the best position for me? Here we go. Finding our tabletop. So knees underneath hips, hips width apart, shoulders or hands beneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart, and then finding our cat and cow. Now coming through center again, finding a nice flat tabletop, bring one leg outstretched behind you, keeping the toes on the ground for balance, and then reaching the opposite arm out in front of you. So reaching towards that one wall. And then when you're ready, take an inhale, lifting the opposite leg and reach for that wall behind you. Reaching both directions, finding this stretch. Two-legged table. Inhale and exhale, release. Coming into a child's pose. Very brief. Coming back up, taking the opposite leg now in the other hand. And then again, finding that balance and inhaling the leg up. Reaching out, pushing the heel out towards one wall and reaching your fingertips towards the other. Nice. Exhale, release. And coming through a brief child's pose. Inhale, keeping it moving. Again, on the original side, take that back leg behind you, finding your balance, and then inhaling the leg up, maybe a little further than before. This time, we'll go ahead and point the toe and make some big circles with our foot and ankle. Warming up our feet and ankles. And going in the opposite direction, keeping that reach. You can just look down at the hand that's on the mat. Look at those fingers. Keeping the leg kicked up. Very nice. Coming through your center and tabletop. Go ahead and touch into child's pose. Very briefly, inhale back up. Adjust if you need to. And again, finding the opposite leg now behind you. Taking the other hand up and inhaling that back leg up and making circles, pointing, flexing. Reaching. Very nice. Moving through a very brief child's pose. Coming back up through center. Go ahead and take one of your legs out again and the opposite arm. And we're going to let's do 10 tabletop crunches. So inhaling the arm and leg up, and exhaling, coming into a crunch, touching the elbow to knee. And then again, inhale up and exhale. 9, 8, go at your own pace, coming to 10, or just do what you can. We're still at the beginning of our class series. Hopefully, the plan is to be getting stronger as the year goes on. And shaking a little, that's good. Your body's working, but don't do anything that hurts, all right? Wonderful. Coming through that tabletop, and let's rest a moment in child's pose. Go ahead and put your hands on the back of your lower back and inhale into those hands. Taking a resting moment here. Very nice. Coming through tabletop, let's do the same thing on the other side. So bringing the other foot out and its opposite hand, and inhaling on the up and exhaling into that crunch. 10, 9, 8, and meet in child's pose. Same thing as before. Breathing into the lower back, you can either put your hands there or keep your hands outreached forward. Wonderful. Let's come into staff pose. Bringing the legs, both legs out in front of us. Just, again, relaxing the shoulders, the head, and the neck. Maybe make a few circular motions. This will remind your head and neck to go ahead and relax. Finding those things to appreciate about yourself, about your surroundings, about the people around you. And move the flesh away from your sit bones. Find yourself grounded at your seat and point and flex your feet. And finding stillness. Inhaling both arms up. And exhale, reach forward and see if you can touch your toes. Taking a few relaxed breaths here. Taking your hands to your shins. Inhaling part way up. And exhale, come a little bit deeper. Really bringing your toes towards your head. Very nice. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling, reaching up tall, lengthening the spine, and then exhale, bringing your belly to your quadriceps and finding your toes. Inhaling partway, reach up with a breath and exhale. Finding a deeper posture. Very nice. Let's come on to our hands and knees, and we're going to move right into our first upward dog. I think I'm going to have to tuck in my shirt for this. So reaching the hips up, pushing with the toes, coming into downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk this dog. Reaching the heel to the mat one at a time. And finding stillness. Take a round of breaths here. And then moving your hips forward, coming into a plank. And again, pausing for some breaths. Your hands should be directly beneath your shoulders. Hips aren't too low, right? Or up. You're finding your nice, strong back plank, just like our tabletop. And then we're gonna come down into a slow chaturanga. You can go ahead and use knees, chest, chin, and then come into Sphinx or up dog. And then push back into downward facing dog. And go ahead again, walk this dog. And finding stillness. Walk the hands to meet the feet. Placing the hands on the shins. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, reach for your toes. Keeping a slight bend in the knees. You don't want your knees to lock. And we're ragdoll up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Rolling the shoulders out behind you. Inhaling the arms up. And coming into prayer pose. Very nice. Let's add on to that now. Inhale both arms up. Reach up tall. And exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, hands on shins. Halfway look up. Exhale, forward fold. Walking out into plank. Knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking the right leg behind. Inhale up. And exhale, step forward. Bringing the heel down in the back foot, coming into warrior pose. Very nice. Standing up tall. You want your both hips to face forward. Lifting the chest and chin. Both arms up. Take an inhale and exhale into warrior two. You can go ahead and widen that stance. Take a look behind to make sure that your back arm is straight. And look gently over your stretched out hand. Very nice. Circling your arms down, coming into downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk this dog. And finding stillness, inhale the other leg up. And exhale, stepping between the hands, bringing the back foot down, coming in to warrior pose on the other side. And on an inhale, reaching out with both arms, coming in to warrior two. And then coming out of that, stepping the foot back, coming into downward facing dog. Very nice. And child's pose. Remembering to breathe into the lower back, either placing your hands on the back or reaching out in front of you. Very nice. Let's take a moment to sit in diamond pose. This is good for your digestion. We're just going to sit back on our heels if we can, taking the prayer pose hands and placing the fingertips between the knees and taking a few breaths here, relaxing, bringing in those bits of appreciation. Wonderful. Now let's add on to this. Now go ahead and walk the hands forward, tuck in the toes, lift the hips, come into downward facing dog. Walk your dog. Inhale your right leg up and step it between the hands, coming into our warrior one pose. Now from warrior one, we're going to go right into warrior three. So we're going to be shifting our weight. Let me change my position. I'm bringing my belly to my quad, and I'm going to slightly step, so moving the weight from even on both legs to just to the forward leg so that I can lift. Now you can place one hand on the mat in front of you. If you have something to hang on to, I'd come a little closer here. We're playing with shifting our weight. And you can open up the pose, bringing the arm all the way out if that feels good. And if you need to fall and start over, let's just keep practicing. If it's in your practice, you can even lift up with this hand and maybe just hold your ankle. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and come out of it and shake it out. Let's take a few standing twists. Very nice. Now to do it on the other side. So starting in our standing Tadasana, inhale both arms up, reach up to the sky, and exhale, forward fold. Very nice. Inhale, halfway look up, and exhale. Walk out into our downward facing dog. Taking the left leg this time, kicking up behind and stepping between the hands, coming into our warrior one pose. And again, excuse me, I'm going to change my position. And then adjusting the weight, I'm going to start to move my weight to my forward leg and lifting in the back. So you can play with this. You can reach and hang on to a piece of furniture if you need. Otherwise, We want to come into our standing warrior three, balance pose. And keep playing with that posture. Wherever you're at is perfect. We need to start from the beginning again, coming into that warrior one and playing with where we keep our weight. Bringing it into that front leg and then lengthening both legs. Very nice. Shake it out. Do what feels good in your body. Take a few twists. Very nice. Now, while we're still standing, I'd like to do some standing forward fold twists. So go ahead and stand with your feet close together. They don't have to be right next to each other, but not too far apart either. You're gonna go ahead and inhale, reach up to the sky, get up all the way up on your tippy toes for a long stretch. And then coming down on the heels, go ahead and reach up again, standing up tall and back down, and standing up tiptoe again before coming down and forward fold. We're going to take one hand on the opposite ankle. So if you're using actually use your left hand and wrap it around your right ankle and bend the left knee slightly. And inhale, reaching the right arm up to the sky. This both is a nice stretch for your hamstring, lengthening in the spine, and then, of course, a nourishing twist. Go ahead, coming through center, inhaling, halfway look up. Exhale, forward fold again, taking the opposite hand now on the other ankle, bending the right knee, and inhaling the left arm up. Very nice. Coming through center, ragdolling all the way up. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Inhale both arms up. And stand on your tippy toes, making a long stretch. Coming back down onto both soles of the feet, reaching up, standing on tippy toes, and down. And one more time, reaching up, long, long, long stretch, up on the tippy toes. Very nice. Coming down, finding your stability. Inhale and exhale, moving all the way down into forward fold. Taking the left hand again on the right ankle, bending the left knee and inhaling the right arm up, coming into that standing forward twist. Making big circles with the arms this time. Going in both directions. Very nice. Release. Placing your hands on your shins. Inhale, halfway look up. Straightening the back. Keeping your gaze down at your mat. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Going in the opposite twist now. Left arm up, looking up to the sky. Big circles with that arm. Very nice. Coming through center. Now, while you're forward folding, bring the feet out so that it's to the edge of your mat, right? A little further, wider than your hips. Maybe the toes are pointing forward. I'm just going to angle myself for the camera. We're going to bend, bend, bend the knees and come into frog. And come all, not quite all the way down here. All right, keeping the bum off of the mat. And then release. Very nice. Go ahead and windshield wiper the legs. Now sitting up tall, you're going to hug your legs together to your chest. Give yourself a big hug of appreciation. Tell yourself how you appreciate that you've taken this time out for self-care. And anything else that you'd like to appreciate about yourself, about your body, about your feelings, about your mind. And just give yourself a big hug. Squeeze all of that loving energy into your legs, into your body. Very nice. While continuing to sit up tall, we're going to slightly lean back without rounding your back. Bring your toes out in front of you and just tip your toes out in front of you. You can gently hold onto your knees for support. And this is going to support our core, lifting it one toe up at a time. And then if it's in your practice, if you're ready, you can lift both feet up, finding your balance, maybe reaching up taller. There we go. There we go. Sitting up tall, maybe lengthen one leg at a time, keeping the hands and feet off the ground or just one toe on the mat to help with balance. Maybe reaching both arms up into the air. Whatever you need to do to challenge yourself. We are all in different places on this journey. So keeping your toes down, that's fine. If this is enough balancing, right? It takes quite a bit of core strength to be able to straighten your legs out in front of you. Not everyone's there yet, including me. And then bringing the feet in front of you, soles together, hands over your toes. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, sitting up tall, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale and exhale. Forward fold just ever so slightly, just to open the hips. Very nice. Taking the legs in front of you, coming down slowly, 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 briefly touching in corpse pose. Taking the legs up, hugging both legs. We're going to tee the arms and then drop the knees to one side, coming into a supine twist. Very good. Coming through center and dropping the knees on the other side. And hugging knees to chest one more time, maybe giving your knees a couple kisses, and then coming down to our final pose of Shavasana. Let the toes flop out on the outside of your mat. Let the hands be easy, palms to sky. And bringing your focus onto your breath, bringing all of your energy in, letting everything else go. Just another minute or two of this very aloneness. Beginning to bring some breath back into the body. Inhaling the air, the breath all the way into your toes, reaching overhead, coming into a long stretch, and then getting up, however you like, and meeting in a tall, comfortable seated position. Thank you for joining me today. Now bring your hands to prayer pose in front of your chest, in front of your heart, and let's finish class together with one Om. So inhale for Om. May you always see beauty, may you always hear truth, and may you always know love. Namaste. See you next time.